Going back to old places that you've been, just to see the improvement. Something that I was talking about, something that I feel like I need to continue to keep talking about, that sometimes we need to just go back to things that we used to do a little bit to get a good idea of where it is we are today compared to where it is that we started. And just coming to this place in specific, I haven't been here in a long while, come to think about it. And it's always been one of my favorite places. But it's something that didn't always start off that way. It's something that I really had to do a lot of work to be able to get what it is that I see today. My name is Mark Anthony Dubose Jr. and I was born July 4th of 1986. Today, it's just something interesting to me to just have a good understanding the word patience, and patience that I want to talk about today. And patience is something that is a very amazing thing to be able to be a part of, to be able to have a good understanding of. The older and older I get out here, realizing that it's key to absolute success. Because if you always just want things right now, right here, right this second, you're going to get things that are going to be destructive and chaotic, and more likely things that are just not going to be what it is that you actually were looking for. Sometimes you got to have that patience to just slow down and just say to yourself, like, I'm gonna wait for that one that's just gonna be able to work out good. I'm gonna wait for that time when it's right to be able to act. I'm gonna wait for the situation to come to me to be able to really actually enjoy it, instead of just rushing into something thinking that it's just gonna be able to fulfill you, to come to realize in the end that the faster you rush into it, the faster that you want to get out of it. Something for me to just come to this place here that this is a lot of work involved to be able to get this to look the way that it looks. And I don't know why I've never even made a video over here, but it's kind of like my own little personal place. I'm going to say is a place that I really would like to come and hang out and like to just stare at what it is that I'm doing out here and get a good idea and a good understanding of where it is that I started and then seeing where it is I am today. And today is absolutely nothing like where it is that I started. And going for a walk today, really going again to another place of just seeing a difference of how things are progressing, because I'm not in a rush to get what I want right this second. That I'm in it for the long run. In reality, I'm in it for the joy of just knowing that when I keep working at it, keep working at it, keep working at it, that something amazing is going to be able to come from it, and it's not just going to be right this second. And the more that I've really started to have this patience in me to just slow things down, to just wait until it's right, wait until the opportunity is there, wait until you just know inside of you that it is what it is that you want, that it's going to be absolutely amazing. Because this interesting psalm that I want to read, and it's in the Psalm of the 16th to the 32nd chapter. The better be a patient person than a warrior, one with self-control than one who takes a city. It's interesting because that patience and that self-control are the two things that I'm going to say I give all glory to God and Jesus to be able to allow me to be able to upgrade and amplify my life with, to be able to have a more peaceful, relaxed time on this planet. It's something that has really been able to change who I am and what I am able to do and show out to the world, and how I'm able to continue to keep performing, knowing that I'm here for the long haul. And that's something real big with me, and having a good understanding of what I believe and what it is that I do, of knowing that I'm in it for the forever. And I'm not here just for right now. And a lot of times I know a lot of people get into this is just an abundance of food right here, an abundance of life, an abundance of greatness, that I just got to stop for a second and just appreciate what it is that I have and what it is that I'm around, and just appreciate where it is that I started and what it is that I am able to see right now. And being able to have a good understanding of knowing that it takes a lot of patience, and this takes a lot of self-control to be able to maintain, to be able to take care of, to be able to get to the point that it's at right now. But something that I just really know, that a lot of times we get into trying to understand who Jesus is, trying to understand any faith in any religion, in any spiritual sense that you're trying to be a part of, that you get into it real hard at first. You're real dedicated at first. But then you kind of just, you get away from it. And then you're kind of not so dedicated. Then you don't pray as much. And then you don't ask as much. And you don't do your practices as much. You don't really dig deep with what it is that you used to do. And that's something that I want everyone to really have a good understanding of, knowing that don't just quit and give up, knowing that patience and having that self-control and continuing to keep going is what's going to be able to bring you what it is that you're looking for. And sometimes we want it right now. We want it right here. We want the fix. We want the change instant. But I'm telling you, that's not going to be able to give you the long-term gratification of what it is that you're looking for. That you got to slow it down. You got to have more control within yourself to be able to say, like, I'll get there. And I'm going to get there one day. And when I do get there, it's going to be amazing. And that's something for me that, I don't know, something's really been changing in my world and changing in my life, that in reality, when you have the right patience and when you have the right self-control, when you're able to accept and reject the right and wrong things that you're looking for and needing in your life in reality. Sometimes we don't realize what comes to us is actually something that we need, that we have to be patient. And sometimes when that say thing comes to you, it's just like an absolutely amazing thing, because you're not struggling, you're not stressing, you're not worried, you're not in a way of I don't knows and I'm not sures. You're in a way of like, this came because I was patient. This came because I have an extreme amount of self-control. And then something can come to you that can just change your world overnight, can make you just completely have a whole new shift of what it is that you're experiencing, what it is that's going on with you, and what it is on everything in your world. That something overnight can change because of the patience and the self-control that you have. But if you're wanting it now, I'm telling you, something could change overnight for you that can be destruction, that you're going to be struggling and hurting and wondering, why is it that I keep getting the same thing over and over again? Because you're not patient and you're not holding back and monitoring what's going on. That's why the same thing will keep coming over to you. And I'm telling you, things can just come to you that it's an overnight shift of something completely different than you've ever been able to experience, something completely different than anything that you've ever been a part of. It's something completely different that can really just liven you up and show you a whole different sense of this world and sense of your own life. And something could just really just get inside of you to just make you see the even more greater in people than you ever even started off being able to see. That there's a time that you start to get real deep in your faith and understanding that you're going to see the best in people. But something could happen to you overnight that can really push you to see and want to do and want to be about even more than what it is that you're already currently doing. And that's the power of being patient, of knowing that when the right thing is ready, when the right thing's going to be there, the right thing, the right something, the right substance, the right everything, the right person, the right being, the right situation, when it's there, it's going to be an absolutely wonderful, magical thing that's going to be able to enhance your life in such a way that you're now no longer just taking little steps. Now you're taking these massive leaps to the point that now you're flying places. You're able to do some things that were never even possible for you, that would take you years and decades, that now you're able to get stuff done in a weekend. That there's something about that having patience on just waiting and slowing down to be able to get what it is that you're actually looking for, as opposed to just taking what you have right now. Because I'm telling you, if you just keep taking it right now and not really waiting out what it is that is for you, you're going to keep running into the same situation over and over and over again. And I don't want you to keep running into the same situation, because that's something that I fell into myself with pretty much any and everything in my life. I can say that I would just keep on finding the same person. I'd keep on getting myself in the same situation where I'm just like, why can't I get out of this loop? Why do I keep staying in this? It's because I wasn't being patient on knowing that there's going to be something greater for me once I'm able to understand how to just relax and just let down and just let go and just chill for a moment to allow that greatness to be able to come to me. Because I don't need to, this is the power of what I'm going to say of who Jesus is truly all about on this planet, that I don't need to work so hard to get what is going to be able to help me out. I don't need to work so hard to get what's going to be able to come and bless me. I just have to kind of sit back almost in a way and keep staying faithful in what I'm doing and keep staying dedicated with what I'm doing. And then that thing is going to come to me to be able to transform my life into something that is going to be so much better for me. And it's something that I've been testing, challenging every day in reality since the day that I started having a good understanding of myself through Jesus and been able to get myself to be able to just have a better sense on this planet. That I haven't been pushing so hard. I haven't been wanting and dreaming and driving so hard. I just put it out there. I said, this is what I'm looking for, man. This is what I need. This is what's going on with me. You see me struggling. You see me hurting with this. And this is what I'm looking for. And it's like things in the middle of that would come to me. And if I would have just grabbed it, I would have ran into the wrong situation, because I saw the same stuff. And that's the main thing that I'm going to say. Another greatness is being able to have that self-control of seeing, like, you can see that what's coming to you is the same scenario. So that's not actually what you should be taking. And that's where that massive amount of self-control needs to come in. Knowing that you said you wanted something, you said you needed something, you said that you really desire something, but you have to know that it's not an instant thing, that it's going to take a bit to get to you. And when it gets to you, there's going to be other stuff that's going to come to you. Other things that are going to try to slow you down. Other things that are going to try to damage you. Other things that are just out to absolutely just destroy. But you gotta push away from that. You gotta get away from that. You gotta reject all of that. You gotta get just I don't want that. And when it comes, you're going to have the understanding inside of you of knowing that that is the same loop that I don't want to be in. And then you're just going to reject it right away. And then when you keep rejecting those things, then you're going to come into the time and a place where the one thing comes in that you've been looking for. And it's not going to be complicated. It's not going to be iffy. It's not going to be questionable. It's just going to be genuine. It's going to be relaxing. It's going to be real. And that's, I'm telling you, with any and everything. A lot of us are struggling with work. That's something that I can say I try to figure out more of. How to take care of what I do and how to be able to do what I do. That if I'm always constantly in this worried state of when, and gimme, I'm never going to get it. Because my sense is stating to the world is I don't want it, or I'm scared of it, or I'm worried about it. So if I'm worried about it, I'm not going to get it. But if I'm confident about it, if I know I'm good with it, if I know everything's going to be fine with it, then I'm able to just go ahead and get it. And it's something that's very interesting to me, that I've just been practicing this and been living this and been all about this. And it's something that I want more people to be able to just stop trying to get right here, right now, and falling into the same stuff, thinking that it's going to help you, where you really need to just take a step out, take a step back, and just evaluate what's going on to be able to get yourself away from that same stuff. I'm telling you, patience is an absolutely blessing and a wonderful thing to be able to have on this planet, as well as along with that self-control, because it's going to be able to put you in a position to be able to understand and be able to look through what it is that you have and what it is that you're doing and what it is that's going on with you, to be able to make sure that you're setting yourself up for success instead of running into absolute just devastation over and over and over again. And it's something for me that I don't know. I want to be able to show more, explain more, be about more, but time will just keep going. That for me, even, I got to be patient with what it is that I talk about, what it is that I do, and where it is that I go. Because sometimes if I just put it out too fast and rush it too much, then it's not gonna, the message isn't gonna be there. And I just have to kind of just relax, be patient. And it's something that I think is really magical on this planet of having a good understanding of knowing that we see sometimes all these people out here that are all like go and get, where I understand that. I understand some of that. But most of that is just going for no reason. It's getting for no reason. Is doing for absolutely no reason. And you need to make sure that you have purpose behind what it is that you're doing. You got purpose behind what it is that you're looking for. You got purpose behind what it is that you want to be able to accomplish. Instead of just doing it because you want to buy something. Do it for the life experience of being able to, say, buy something, but not doing it because you just want that item that's not really going to give you any sort of experience on this planet. And that may be weird for me to say it like that in a strange way, but that's just what I see today, a lot going on, where a lot of people are out here thinking that everybody is just going and so successful and so this and so that, when they're actually struggling just to be able to maintain an image that they have for some items that they have purchased to try to make themselves look and try to be a certain way when they're really not any of that, because they're just able to get one thing to make you feel jealous. But then you got to look at the remainder and all of the life. I'm telling you, this is something that I just know for a matter of fact that what I talk about, what I do, is just who I am and what I'm all about. I'm not going to change what I do by putting on a camera and change what I do by turning the camera off. This is just what it is. And a lot of us are stuck in this thinking that people are so perfect out there and doing this and doing that and have this and have that. And that's not the case, and that's not true. I've got issues out here. I've got problems out here. I've got devastation that happens out here. I've got things that when I was out here, especially when I was first doing a lot of stuff, I wanted to quit. But I had to have the patience to know to just keep going. Even though it's challenging, even though you're struggling, even though it's hard, just keep going, because you're going to have a breakthrough, that something is going to come to you that's really going to be able to amplify your life. And with that, man, I just want to say thank you for one, the view and the beauty of what it is that I can see and have around me, and the places that I'm able to go that are just on this property alone, that I really don't even need to go too far to find something absolutely spectacular, that I could just walk right out my back door. That's something to me that's an absolute blessing. And someone else would say, well, I'm blessed for this and I'm this and that. But in reality, all of this is some serious work. To be able to be to the point to even stand right here right now, it was some serious work. I was out here for days of hours and to just get a clear spot right here. And that's something that it's not just it's ease of access. It's something that I had to spend and dedicate a lot of time to be able to have what it is that I have. And it's such a blessing for me to be able to have the willingness to want to keep upgrading and growing what it is that I'm doing and what it is that I'm doing, so that I can really experience it more and have a better sense of just self with my own seeing what I'm doing. It's just, it's so amazing. And that's why for me, I just really enjoy being able to go out and be able to go places and be able to see things every day, over and over, to just experience it, to have a good understanding of knowing what this earth is all about. With everything out here, the squirrels out here, the bunnies out here, the birds out here, these dogs that, I don't know what it is, but these dogs are just fascinate the heck out of me. Like I could talk about them and work on them all day long without getting bored, frustrated, irritated, angry. Just it's something that really sparks my interest. And another thing that really sparks it is being thankful. And I'm so thankful to be able to have the chicken that I've got. That this is just cool to me. This is super fascinating to me. And it's been able to really liven me up. It's been able to really humble me a lot. It's been able to bring an extreme amount of patience, because especially a lot what I do in the front with my breedings, it's not instant. I've got to wait for them to lay those eggs. I got to wait for them to put them in the machine. I got to wait for them to hatch out. I got to wait for them to grow up. I got to wait for them to keep those stages keep going. I got to wait for them to start laying eggs again. And then I got to wait for them to grow up to a certain age that I can start using those eggs again. It's a lot of patience involved in this, and it's something that really kind of just grounds you with having a good understanding of the cycle of life out here. And it's something that I'm just so impressed with. And I would want to be able to share that with more and more people, and being able to share with you more about knowing how to wait, and that delayed gratification of knowing that you may want it right now, but just wait a moment. And I'm telling you, the right thing is going to come to you. And when it comes to you, you're going to know it. Everything is going to be right with it. Everything is going to be set up right with it. Everything is going to just be right with it. Everything's just it's going to show itself to you. And when you start questioning it, and even if you start doubting it, things are going to come to you to let you know that you're on the right path and you're doing what you need to do. Man, I just want to say thank you.